Hi, so I'm Tom Williams, and I'm the development director at Studio Gobo, and we've been working on the Rise Against the Empire playset. Okay, so this is basically the classic trilogy, so it encompasses the big locations and the main events from those films. So right the way from Star Wars through to Jedi. So that was a little clunky.
Can you talk about the multiplayer aspect and how you design these different levels to take advantage of that?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, it's kind of core to the experience, right? You have kids playing in front of the TV together, and they've each got their characters and they're each playing off each other. So it's really kind of important that you build in the elements that allow players to interact and to feed off each other. There's things like tow ropes that allow you to tow one vehicle whilst the other player is on it, so the two can play like that. And there's, of course, all the kind of like griefing and fun elements of the players interacting and shooting each other. So once you get onto the AT-AT, you can take control of it, and it's yours. And then you've got the turret, and you can use that to shoot the other player, or the other player can take their own AT-AT over, and you can battle against it. So we're really kind of playing off those multiplayer elements with it.
You've also got snow speeders flying all around behind you as well. Talk a little about the vehicles and what they've opened up in this playset.
Yeah, so I mean that was our big task, was to take on the flying vehicles and really try and come up with something new and special this time. So we looked at vehicles on planets, we looked at vehicles in space, and we came up with one system that kind of allows us to go from the big scripted roller coaster moments that you see in the movies through to just exploring and hanging out in the planet spaces and doing things in your own time. So on Tatooine you've got the Skyhopper, which is kind of Luke's first really clunky kind of old craft, and then you can learn your sort of craft with that, take it out into space in X-Wings, and by the time you're on Hoth, then you're flying around in a snow speeder, you're taking things down with a tow cable, and it's really kind of trying to capture all of the vehicles that we really wanted as toys as a kid.
And your actual playset is the Death Star. So talk a little about the Death Star and people being able to go in there and fight those iconic battle sequences on there.
Oh yeah, well that was great because we had help from Ninja Theory, who are like the combat specialists. Like they come in and they've really revamped the entire character combat for the playset, and it's been amazing. So those guys very kindly offered to bring their expertise for like the 2 Death Star interior sequences. So we have like the Death Star 1 iconic showdown between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, and then obviously the climactic Luke versus the Emperor and Darth Vader at the end. And those guys really brought their own sort of expertise and excitement to those sections. They really came out brilliantly.
Can you talk, you mentioned a little bit about the AT-ATs and how there's different ways to do that. Talk a little about the replay value and how you guys have built in ways to go back, explore, and play differently.
Oh sure, well we kind of tried to build Hoth around not just the moment of the battle, but the prelude to the battle, and also to leave you in a place afterwards where you could continue to explore and play with the elements you've unlocked. So when you first get to Hoth, you actually build up Echo Base, so you've got this kind of cool ice cavern, and you can build up different buildings which unlock different gameplay elements. And then at the end, when you've finally defeated the AT-ATs, and you're preparing for the excavation, you actually still have them there as toys that you can use and explore the level with those toys themselves. So the replayability is kind of there, that as you're going through the environments, you're locking more and more gameplay elements and more challenges, and then they're all there for you to play at the end, which gives you a sort of like full feeling environment to continue to explore.
We've talked about Death Stars, we've talked about Hoth. Talk a little about Tatooine and some of the other environments people will be able to play on.
Yeah, well, Tatooine's really great. I think it's probably my favourite environment actually, because it's this nice entry into the playset. You're there to get the Millennium Falcon out of Hoth and to escape the grips of Jabba the Hutt, who's kind of got everything on lockdown. So you're really exploring the environment. You're riding Banthas, you're talking to Jawas in the Sandcrawler. You can kind of take the Sandcrawler on a ride around. You can fly the Skyhopper around, do Beggar's Canyon, the sort of classic sequences or the classic references from the original movie. So it's this like interesting open sandbox world to explore, quite literally, Tatooine. And it was really fun trying to create that. So, and Endor as well, you were saying, yeah? Okay, so Endor was actually Mike's baby. We thought it would be really good because we've got these big open spaces to have something which was a lot more vertical that could kind of hit some of the classic puzzle platforming gameplay that you expect from Infinity. So obviously we have Bright Tree Village, which is where the Ewoks hang out, and you can explore right up into the canopies there. It's really exciting. You can get to the top and exercise the Ewok gliders, like taking you sort of gliding around the canopy from one area to another. And then you've got the you've got the Empire base. And there we're introducing the ATST, so you've got the chicken walkers there. You can take them down and battle them, and also you can take over them. Like everything in our playset, if you see an enemy vehicle, we want you to be able to play it because they were some of the coolest toys that you had when you were a kid.